Here we go. Orangeville Flyers versus the Barrie Colts. Randall in for the faceoff. Bouncing puck picked up by DeCamillis. He'll send that back to Felix. Across to Jeffrey Stedman. He sends it up the near wing. Colts pick it up, lift it over the blue line, but peel away because they're offside. Dumped up through center. Colts turn to fire that puck back into the Flyers' end. Jeffrey Stedman around behind the net. Loose puck. Cleared out of the way by Randall. Jeffrey Stedman gets that to Hunter down the left side. In over the blue line. Hunter to the corner. Randall and DeCamillis out front waiting for it. Hunter to the far corner. Plays that back to Felix at the point. He throws it on net. Tipped and he scores! Flyers goal scored by number 88, James Felix. 9:16 to go in the first period. That was tipped by one of the Barrie players in front of his net. Doesn't matter how they go in. Nickel in for the faceoff. Win that on that back to Sloan. Across to Savory up the near side for Gower. Gower lets that go to the Colts blue line. They'll play it up to center. Sloan strips it. Gets it out the far side. Gower gets run over. Glove to the face. No call. Gower up through center. He'll chip that around the Colts winger. Colts turn, send it up to the left or right side. In over the Flyers blue line, chipped out of the way by Nickel to the half boards. Gower gets it up to Lunny at the blue line. Lunny through center in over the Colts zone. Lunny cuts to the outside. Across, he just runs out of room. Puck to the far corner, played back to Sloan. Sloan turns and fires it. That was blocked before it hit the net. Colts up through center. In over the Flyers left wing. Wraparound, pad save by Dittman. Rebound, sits there, another pad save. Dittman kicks that one behind the net. Nickel and Telford. Nickel turns and fires it around the near wing. That comes to the blue line, but not out. Colts defense walks in, blocker save by Dittman. Telford up to Lunny. Lunny up the right side, past the Colts defense. Lunny behind the net to the near corner. Out front for Andrade. Been a little too deep. Colts had a handle on that one. Colts skated up through center. Turned around by Telford. And Felix. Felix in his own end sends it back to Telford at center ice. Colts went over the right wing of the Flyers zone. They'll chip it past Jeffrey Stedman behind the net. Jeffrey Stedman boxes man out, gets the puck to the near corner for Andrade. Up the near wing intended for Kelly. Colts defenseman pinched in to keep it in the zone. Jeffrey Stedman back end to the far half boards. Telford clears the zone, gets a step around the defense. Telford in over the blue line. Centering attempt. Back to Andrade. Andrade with the shot. Doesn't get all of it. Puck comes to the blue line. Felix. Both Flyers defense are on the same side. Felix cuts across the blue line to the far end. Back to Felix at the point. He winds up, gets another shot, tipped again. Bad save in front by the goaltender. Kicks it to the near half boards. Colts stretch pass picked up by Telford. He lets a shot go. Off the shoulder of the Colts goaltender. Loose puck. Chipped behind the net by Telford. Andrade and Kelly. Sloan pinching at the half boards. Sends it back into the near corner. Telford out front. Kelly got a backhand out shot through the 5-hole and he scores. Flyers strike again. Scored by number 86, Levi Kelly. 6:16 to go in the first period. Randall in for the faceoff for the Flyers. One back to Sloan. They'll chase that one to the far corner. Sloan to the near side for Savory. Up to Hunter, just outside the blue line. Hunter chips that down the left side. Icing waved off. D. Camillician on the forecheck. Picked up by the Colts. Will take it behind the net to the far side. To the half boards and out over the blue line. Randall almost picked it off. Colts and over the Flyers right side. Hunter keeping his man on the outside. Savory to the blue line, but not out. Colts in the middle through Sloan's feet. That puck will go to the far corner. Delayed penalty on the Flyers. Hunter touches it. And Randall's going to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. 5:32 to play in the first period. Nickel steps in to take the face-off for the Flyers. Back by the Colts. We'll play that to the blue line. It's thrown towards the net. Felix gets that to the far corner. Colts stepped around behind the net to the near half boards. That'll come to the point. Fake shot. Nickel couldn't get a stick on it. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll fire that down the left side. That'll roll all the way into the Colts territory behind the net to the far corner. Gower in on the forecheck. Colts played it back behind their net to the near side. 5 minutes to go in the first period. Colts up through center. And over the Flyers blue line to the far corner. Felix pressuring. Colts to the half boards. Misplayed. That'll roll just outside the Flyers blue line. Colts play back to center ice. Colts and over the right side. Cutting through the middle. Nickel takes the man. Felix takes the puck. Clears it to the blue line, but not out. Shot blocked in front by Gower. Gower just overskated it. Colts back at the blue line and out. Good pressure by James Felix. Felix down the left side. He lost it just at the blue line. He'll peel back to the Flyers zone. Colts back in the Flyers territory. Felix, again, with a great defensive play, gets a puck all the way down into the Colts territory. 35 seconds to go in the Flyers penalty. Colts up through center. Lunny read that one. That's center ice. Chips it off the glass. Bounces right in front of the Colts player. Back to Lunny. He'll bring it in over the right side. Lunny through the middle. Shot off the post and he scores. Short-handed goal. Ethan Lunny, number 19, at 3:50 to play in the first period. $18 seconds to go in the Randall penalty. Kelly on the faceoff won that cleanly to Savory, who sends it into the Colts end. Colts up through center, right to Savory. He turns, dumps it in over the blue line of the Colts territory. Kelly in on the forecheck. Colts up to center. Savory backhands that towards the blue line through the winger's legs. Picked up by the defenseman. He'll bring it in over the right side of the Flyers territory. Colts hit the brakes at the half boards. Pass across. Randall out of the box. Shot in front. Randall picks up the loose puck in the far corner. Skates around one. Right in front of the ref. I guess that's not tripping. Colts from center. They'll dump it down the near wing into the Flyers territory. Sloan to Lunny at the half boards. Lunny down the right side. Lifts it past the forecheck. Behind the Colts net. They'll play it around the near side. Colts to the blue line. Just out. Andrade on the backhand. Slowed it down for a second. Colts pick up the loose puck and bring it over the right side of the Flyers territory. Lunny behind the net. Colts intercept it. Puck comes out front. Bit of a slash there on the Flyers goaltender, but they're just getting a warning. Andrade in for the faceoff. Wins that clean. Jeffrey Stedman around to the near wing for Kelly to the blue line. Andrade couldn't pick it up. Kelly chips it out of the zone. Colts turn, fire it back in the Flyers territory. Felix picks it up behind his net. Off the far wing, intended for Telford. That'll go past him up to the blue line. Colts dump it back in. Cleared out of the way by Jeffrey Stedman. To Kelly at the half boards. Colts get the jump, get it back behind the net. And out the far side to the blue line. Held there by the Colts. Telford picks up the loose puck, cuts through center and over the Colts blue line to the near wing. Telford spinning, dumps it in for Andrade. Andrade toe drags around one, gets the shot off the side of the net. He runs out of room and trips over the post. Colts up through the middle. Picked off by Felix. He'll spin, take it down the right side and over the blue line. Randall streaks towards the net. Felix in the corner, throws it out front. That hits a Colts player and deflects out the middle. Minute and a half to go in the first period. Jeffrey Stedman back to the Flyers blue line. Off the boards. That'll trickle out to the center ice. Colts trying to fire that into the Flyers territory. Felix to Hunter at the half boards. Hunter gets bumped off of it, and the Colts are going to the penalty box. 2 minutes for body checking. With a minute 18 to go in the first period, Flyers go to the power play. Randall in for the faceoff. Through his legs. Savory pressuring. Colts pick it up. They'll bring it down the right side and over the Flyers blue line. Randall on the back check. Ties up his man. Drives the puck behind the net. Colts still with the puck. Knocked off his stick to the near corner. Randall watching the pass. Savory off the boards to Randall at the half boards. Trying to drag it past the Colts winger. Hunter on the left side, stretched across to DeCamillis. He'll get that to the far corner. DeCamillis picks up the puck, throws it out front. He's hauled down, but no call. 40 seconds to go in the period. Colts clear that to the blue line. Sloan kept it in. Colts cherry picking at the Flyers blue line. That pass is intercepted. Randall steps around one. Hunter's wide open on the left side. Colts clear it out. Randall dumps it right back in. 20 seconds to go in the period. Colts to the left wing down the ice. That'll trickle behind the Flyers goal to the near side for Savory. Up to Hunter at the half boards. Tips it to the blue line. Colts intercepted. Shot. In the glove of Dittman. He'll hold that one for the whistle. Five seconds to go in the first period. Nickel in for the faceoff. Ties up his man. Loose puck collected by Savory. He'll hold that behind his net. Turn and fire it. That'll do it for the first. Flyers with the 3-0 lead after the first period. Here we go to start the second period. Flyers will start the second period with the man advantage for 42 seconds. Nickel on the faceoff, one back by the Colts. They'll turn and fire that into the Flyers territory. Jeffrey Stedman behind his net, picks it up to the near corner, off the boards for Lunny. Lunny down the right side. He'll bring that in over the blue line to the near corner. Lunny using his body out front. Nickel couldn't jam that one in. Puck comes to the blue line, kept in by Felix. He'll throw that in off the glass, takes a bit of a funny bounce. Gower turns, fires. into the glove of the Colts goaltender. Out for the whistle with 11 seconds to go in the penalty. Nickel in for the faceoff. Back by the Colts. They'll take that behind their net. Out the far side. That'll go all the way down into the Flyers territory. Back to even strength. Felix picks it up in the near corner, up the boards to the blue line, but not out. Shot. Pittman with the stick save to the near corner. Colts pick up the puck to the far side. Play back to the blue line. A little too much on that one. To the half boards. Colts still with possession. Good stick by Lunny right to Gower. Gower cross ice to Lunny. He'll get it in over the right wing. Stopped there by the linesman. Nickel hits the brakes and backhands it into the corner. Colts off the boards. Kelly couldn't get it in deep enough. Colts will bring that up through center and in over the Flyers blue line. Tripping. Passed across just outside. Savory in the corner. Centering pass by the Colts, picked off by Andretti. He'll get that to Telford. Sends it up to Kelly at the center ice. Colts pick it up and bring it right back in the Flyers zone. Colts. Centering attempt. Picked off by the Flyers. We'll get that to the half boards. Andretti. Up to Telford. Telford in over the blue line. Drop pass. Andretti just a half step back. Colts bring it down the left wing and in over the Flyers blue line. Colts in the near corner behind the net. Out the far side to the top of the zone. Back in behind the Flyers net to the far corner. Colts out front. Thrown on net. Dittman with the save. Grabs the rebound for the whistle. 7.5 minutes to go in the second period. Randall.
The clock was running for this while their kid was in the box and they're complaining that the clock was running. But then their kid got out early, so we should go back to the box for the 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Now they've got the clock sorted out. Randall in for the faceoff. 12:33 to go in the second period. Colts win the draw. Flyers get a piece of it. Randall up the right side. He'll take that in over center and dump it into the Colts end. Randall picks it up, gets it out front. DeCamillis had his stick lifted. Felix with the puck from the point. Shot. Missed wide. DeCamillis on the rebound. Throws it out front. Randall picks it up in the near corner. Hits the brakes off the wall. Randall throws it towards net. Rebound. Shot by Hunter. Missed just wide. Hunter with the puck. Throws it out front for DeCamillis. He had a man all over him. Colts send it to the far corner. They'll pick that up at the half boards. Play it up through center. And over the Flyers blue line. Felix pressuring his man. Colts with it. Out front. Shot misses wide. Felix behind the net to Hunter. Lead pass for Lunny. He'll tip that towards the Colts blue line, but they'll play it back in over the Flyers end. Jeffrey Stedman around the far wing to Hunter, just under his stick. Colts back into the corner for Jeffrey Stedman. Plays it behind the net for Felix. Felix hits the brakes, trying to create some room. Sends it back to Hunter at the far half boards. Hunter to the blue line, not out. Colts shot blocked by Randall. Lunny got a piece of it, and he'll clear the zone. Colts up the near wing. Lunny pressuring. Doesn't get there in time. Colts in over the left wing of the Flyers territory. Still with possession. Backhand missed just wide. Rebound goes to Hunter at the half boards. He'll clear the zone. Colts at center ice, dump it right back in the Flyers territory. Felix picks the puck up, takes behind his net out the far wing. Felix shakes off one attacker. Here's up through center ice. Felix in over the blue line. Felix to the near side, shot from a steep angle. Colts goaltender's there to keep it out. He'll play it behind the net to the far corner. Felix peels off for a change. The Colts pick up the puck and send it up the left or right side. Lunny dumps it right back in the zone. Nickel in on the forecheck. Lunny gets a piece of it, plays it through the defender's legs, in a little too deep. Lunny to the far corner. Off the wall. Lets a shot go. Blocker save. Colts on the rebound. They'll turn and fire that down the ice. That'll be icing. With 10 minutes to go in the second period. Flyers with an offensive face-off. Nickel in to take it. From draw, Colts got a piece of it to the far half boards, to the blue line, kept in there by Savory. Sloan picks it up off one of the Flyers coaches and out of play. Nickel in for the draw. Brought in over by the blue line by the Colts. Good stick by Savory. They'll get that to the far point. Gower gets shoved down. No call. Gower to Nickel. Nickel tries to clear it off the Colts player. Lunny picks up the puck at the blue line. Lunny through center in over the Colts zone. He gets shoved off. Where's the call? Well, Orangeville ref's giving him another warning. Andretti steps in to take the face-off. Colts win that one back. Right out front. Colts bring it out over the blue line, up through center ice, then down the right side. Jeffrey Stedman in the far corner. He'll hold his man off. Jeffrey Stedman plays it behind the Colts players right there. Puck comes out front. Backhand pass through, missed just wide. Telford picks up the loose puck in the near side. Telford to the blue line, shot by the Colts. They missed wide. Jeffrey Stedman back behind the net for Felix in the near corner. Felix to Telford at the half boards. Telford will bring it out the right wing. Passed up through center, intercepted by the Colts. They'll clear the zone. Andretti to Telford. Colts strip that one. They'll shovel that towards the Flyers' blue line. Jeffrey Stedman to Felix. Across to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll let that go behind him before slapping it out of the zone. Andretti gets it to center. Sorry, Kelly gets it to center. Telford lifts it off the right side and over the Colts blue line. Colts clear that puck down the far wing into the Flyers territory. 8 minutes to go in the period. Telford settles that puck down at center ice. Lets a shot go. Big rebound. No Flyers were there to capitalize it. Telford behind the net. Takes it to the far corner. Walks out front with it. Telford has the puck in his skates. Gets it to Kelly. Back to Telford. Scramble draw or play in front of the Colts goaltender. Colts pick it up and bring it down the left wing. Felix keeping his man on the outside. Dittman puts the paddle down. Felix to Kelly. Kelly up the center. Doesn't get all of that backhand. Colts bring it right back into Flyers territory. Felix gets run over. Puck's cleared to Kelly. Outlet pass to Randall in over the blue line. Randall gets stripped of it just as he got into the zone. Colts play that puck back up through center. Poke check. And Colts are offside. Randall picks up the loose puck. He'll take it down the left wing before cutting to the middle. Good poke check by the Colts defense to break up that play. Colts back towards the Flyers, and this time cuts through the middle. Shot, blocker saved by Dittman. Puck comes to the near side. DeCamillis on it, gets it to the half boards. Colts defenseman keeps it in the zone, dumps it behind the net. Hunter across to Randall. He'll tip that to DeCamillis. DeCamillis in over the blue line. Cuts to the outside, throws it towards the middle. Randall swipes at it. Colts behind the net to the far corner. Long lead pass beyond everybody. That'll be icing. 6:18 to play in the second period. Nickel in for the face-off. One back by the Colts to the far corner. They'll play behind the net to the near side. Lunny pressuring. Felix picks that puck up at his own blue line, sends it across for Jeffrey Stedman. Up just out of the reach of Gower. That'll get the zone. Nickel in on the forecheck. Just overskated it. Gower gets a piece of it and sends it back to the far corner. Nickel off the side of the net. Puck's out front. Kicked in by their own player, and the Flyers score. I don't know who they're giving that one to. I think they're giving it to Nickel or Lunny or the Colts. It was definitely in off a Colts player. That puts the Flyers up 4-0. 5:49 to go in the second period. And a timeout by the Colts. Change their goaltender. No. All right, Nickel stepping in to take the face-off for the Flyers after that goal. Gower gets a backhand on it, back into the Colts territory. The defense plays that up through center. No icing. That'll go all the way back into the Flyers territory. Savory back to collect it. Off the far wing for Gower. He'll clear the zone. Colts pick it up at center ice. Lunny with a good stick. Pokes at it. Bouncing puck. Nickel finally gets a piece of it and sends it into the Colts end. Colts pick up the puck in the near corner. They'll play it behind the net to the far side. Gower's there at the half boards. Gower to Nickel in the corner. Nickel, he gets boxed out. Colts lay it up the right side. Good stick by the Flyers, but picked up by the Colts and back in over the Flyers blue line. Poke check there. Gower up through center. He's got Andrade with him. Gower through traffic, hauled down. Colts pick up the loose puck. Pass it up through their own end. Tipped in over the Flyers blue line. That'll go down for icing. Andrade in for the faceoff. Back by the Colts to the corner. Kelly on his man. Andrade steps in at the half boards. Telford pulls the puck out of the pile, sends it out front. That'll come all the way to the blue line. Both Flyers defensemen were pinching in. Jeffrey Stedman off the near wing for Telford. He'll bring that out over the Colts blue line. Just lost it there. The Colts play it back out. Andrade holds the boards. Colts pick up the loose puck. Bring it in over the Flyers left wing to the corner. Throwing out front. High stick. Goal's waved off. It's a high stick. Clock still running. Kick some of the timekeepers out of the box. Face-offs just outside the Flyers' blue line. Andretti in for the face-off. Andretti wins that back. Kelly, he gets chopped down. Loose puck picked up by Jeffrey Stedman. He'll play that behind the net to the near side. Telford at the half boards. He'll clear that puck up to center ice. Colts intercept it. They'll play it up the right wing. In over the Flyers' blue line. Icing waved off. Jeffrey Stedman back in his own end. Fires that around to the far half boards. Kelly dragging it to the blue line. Does get it out. Off the linesman. Telford backhands that into the Colts zone. Andretti in over the blue line to the far corner. Telford behind the net. Jeffrey Stedman at the blue line. Shot. Missed just wide. Takes a funny hop off the corner to Telford. He'll play that out behind the net. Andretti to Felix at the point. Felix winds up, lets a shot off the shin guards of the Colts forecheck. They'll pick it up and bring it in over the blue line. Colts through traffic. Just lost the handle of it. Played behind the net to the near corner. Felix and Telford pressuring. Felix with the puck. Played that to the far corner for Jeffrey Stedman. He'll tip it intended for Kelly. Colts strip it. Shot from the blue line. Missed just wide. Jeffrey Stedman keeping his man on the outside. Loose puck picked up by Andretti. He turns and fires. Past everybody. Icing waved off. Or not. Yeah. Yeah. Randall in on the face-off. On that back, DeCamillis around the near wing. That gets past the Colts winger. Hunter in the near corner. Centers it. That hits a couple sticks. Loose puck picked up by the Colts. Randall slashing at it. I think he's going to the box for that one. Colts hit the brakes at the blue line. Bring it in just onside. Colts through traffic. Shot. Dittman makes the save. And Flyers touch the puck for the whistle. 2:07 to go in the second period. Flyers penalty, number 13, Logan Randall. 2 minutes for slashing. DeCamillis in on the face-off. He wins that one back. Sloan to the blue line. Picked up there by Hunter. Hunter through center ice. Bit of a hook there. Shot by Hunter. Blocker save. Loose puck picked up by the Colts. They'll bring that back the other way. Colts more wide through the neutral zone in over the Flyers blue line to the near corner. Centering attempt. DeCamillis keeps that along the far board or near boards. Colts to the point. Shot through traffic. Tipped. It's just wide. Colts with the puck. Hunter pressuring. DeCamillis steps in there to break that one up. Savory fires that one to the blue line, but not out. Colts defense walks in. Shot. That one missed about a foot high. Rebound to Savory. He'll turn, fire that down. On target. Colts goaltender slaps at it. Played up to center ice. Savory again with the shot. That was blocked. He gets a second attempt at it. Lifts it into the zone. Nickel pressuring. Colts defense gets there first and plays it to the far corner. Colts up through center. Picked up there by Lunny. He'll bring it in over the blue line. Lunny to the near corner. Behind the net. Out the far side. Lunny Just skating around with it, killing time. 30 seconds to go in the penalty. Lunny lost an edge and hits the boards hard. Colts come up with it. They'll bring that up through the neutral zone. Lunny with a great back check, breaks it up. Nickel fires the puck into the far corner. 20 seconds to go in the period. Colts with the puck behind their net. They'll play it up the near side. Lunny at the half, at center ice, turns and fires it back in the zone. Puck goes behind the net to the far corner. Finally stops at the half boards. Hits some snow. Nickel gets there first. Nickel holds it along the boards. Randall out of the box. Comes in high. That'll do it for the second period. Flyers up 4-0 after 2. All right, here we go to start the third period. Andretti in for the face-off. Tied up. Kelly shovels at it. Sends it across. Almost picked up by Telford. Back to Andretti. Andretti in over the right wing. To the far corner. Centering pass to Kelly. Just in his feet. Kelly brings it to the near side. Telford behind the net. To Andretti. Andretti takes it to the corner. To the blue line for Sloan. He'll get a quick shot off. Bouncing puck. Picked up by the Colts. He'll pass that up to center. Sloan keeps his man on the outside. Colts with the possession in the far corner. Andretti steps in. Gets the puck to the half boards. Point man. In on net. Shot. Dittman holds his ground and makes the save. Andretti in for the draw. One back by the Colts. Look at that to the corner. Andretti off the boards for Telford. Telford lead pass for Kelly at center ice. He'll lift it in over the right side. Colts turn and fire it back up out of the zone. Sloan to Savory at the Flyers blue line. Savory up the left side. Picked up by the Colts. They'll bring it towards the Flyers blue line. Kelly to Andretti. Andretti lifts it into the Colts territory. Andretti picks that one up at the half boards. Colts shovel it back towards traffic. They'll bring it up through center. In over the Flyers blue line. Cutting to the middle. Shot. Dittman steers that to the nearest corner. Savory to Randall. Randall down the left side. Lost it just as he crossed the blue line. Picks it up at the half boards. Randall under pressure. Colts. They're just outside the blue line. Jeffrey Stedman. Up the wing to Randall. He tips that into the zone. Colts tried to clear it. Randall blocks that clearing attempt. Gets it to the near corner. Throws it out front. Hunter with the shot had his stick hit. Puck goes harmlessly to the far corner. Played out across ice to the near wing. Jeffrey Stedman picks it up back up at center ice. Off the boards to Randall. He slaps at it into the blue line. Hunter had it hop over a stick. Randall through Deacon Ellis' skates. Back to Randall. Through the middle. Colts pick it up. They'll bring it up the near side. And the Flyers go back to the penalty box. Number 96, Carter Hunter, 2 minutes for tripping. 12:35 to go in the third period. Nickel in for the face-off. Won by the Colts. We'll play that to the blue line. Play it, pass across to the far point. Some may say that was out. Shot, Dittman with the save. Rebound, cleared by Sloan out the far point. Kept in by the Colts. Colts to the near corner. In his feet, Gower pressuring. Colts at the blue line. Throw it wide of the net to the far corner. Savory pressuring Colts. Out front, in traffic, Dittman covered it, cleared out, shot. Doesn't make it all the way to the net. All 4 of the Flyers' penalty kill were in front. Colts with the puck on the outside. Stripped there by Nickel. He'll beat the falling defenseman. Nickel in over the blue line. Centering attempt for Gower. Gower, he gets run over. Where's the call, ref? These are definitely Orangeville refs. Colts up through center ice. Back in over the Flyers' blue line to the far corner. Sloan hits the brakes, keeps his man on the outside. Gives him a bit of a shove. Where's the slashing call? Right in front of you. Colts back in over the left wing. Sloan battling at the half boards. Ties up 2 Colts players. Sloan still with the puck. Reaching around, does clear it. Lunny gets around his man, picks up the loose puck. Lunny with the shot, he scores! Flyers goal, scored by number 19, Ethan Lunny. It's the Flyers' second shorthanded goal of the game. Give the assist to number 87, Frankie Sloan. 11:02 to play in the third period. Andrade steps in for the faceoff. On that back, Jeffrey Stedman gets a piece of it, chips it across. Lunny laid it back wide of the net behind for Felix. Felix in the near corner, he gets taken down. Oh, look, Colts are going to the penalty box for tripping. So we'll have some 4-on-4 hockey for 11 seconds. Some may say that would be a makeup call. Andrade back in for the draw, one cleanly to Felix at the blue line. Felix off the boards to Andrade at the half boards. Andrade steps around the defense. Behind the net, out the far side. Andrade looking for an open man. Jeffrey Stedman back in for Andrade. Not many options. He'll chip that back to the far corner. Flyers on the power play. Kelly dumps it in behind the net. Colts pick it up in the far corner. Colts take it down the left wing. In over the Flyers blue line. Lifted it past the ref, behind the net to the near side. Felix to Kelly at the half boards. He'll chip that out of the zone. Colts turn and fire right back in. Jeffrey Stedman behind his net. Patient. Up to Kelly at the half boards. Kelly across for Telford down the right wing. Telford in over the blue line. Sends it in deep behind the net. Kelly, Telford. Colts pick it up to the far corner. They'll play it behind the net to the near side. Off the wing, Sloan, he's there to keep it in. Kelly swipes at it. That'll go behind the net to the far corner. 40 seconds to go on the penalty. Felix keeps it in to Andrade at the half boards. Andrade back to Felix on the point. Felix walks in, lets the shot go. That was deflected. Andrade, he gets hauled down. Puck comes to Sloan. Sloan walks in, throws it on net. Through traffic. Bad save by the Colts goaltender. He'll clear that to the blue line, but not out. Felix kept it in. Colts turn and fire that down the ice. Colts man off the bench. That was, they had 5 men on the ice there, killing the penalty. Flyers down the near wing. Down the end for icing. And that'll do it for the Colts penalty. Back to 5-on-5. Randall in for the faceoff. Won by the Colts. Played back to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Tipped. Dittman keeps that one on the outside to the far corner. Colts from the corner. Walked out. Deke Mills picks up that loose puck. He'll try to lift it off the boards. Colts winger keeps it in. Sends it back in deep to the far corner. Randall strips that puck. 3-on-2 odd man rush. Randall in over the right side. Round one defense. Stick check by the second. Deke Mills got a stick on the puck at the Colts. Clear that to the blue line and out. Randall waits for his line mates to clear the zone. Plays it back to Jeffrey Stedman. Across to Savory. Savory to Randall in his feet. Somehow kicks that one. Gets a shot. Missed wide. Hunter picks up the rebound on the near side. Throws it out front. Colts player was there to keep that one on the outside. Colts in the near corner. Pass through everybody. That'll go down for icing. 7:43 to go in the third period. Nickel in for the face-off. He wins that one cleanly to Jeffrey Stedman with the shot. Blocked there by the Colts. Puck comes back to the Flyers' blue line. Jeffrey Stedman back to collect it. Sends it across for Felix. That hops over a stick. Lunny just misplayed. Colts fire it to the far corner. Off the glass to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Loose puck. Picked up by the Colts from the near side. Centering attempt. Colts with it through the legs. And they'll score one. Colts goal with 7:17 to go in the third period. Andretti in for the faceoff, bouncing puck. Kelly swipes at it, keeps it at center ice. Telford reaching for it, keeps that in the neutral zone. Telford, bit of a hook there, no call. Colts roll the puck into the Flyers territory. Felix to the near wing for Kelly. That hops over a stick and goes back into the Colts territory. Colts through center. Felix chips at it, but the Colts pick it up. Telford on the loose puck. He'll skate that up to center ice before getting stripped of it by the Colts. Off the glass. Chip there. That'll roll in on target. And Dittman holds onto it for the whistle. Nickel in for the faceoff. Colts win it. Quick shot. Dittman makes a save. Savory picks up the rebound. Gets that to DeCamillis on the far wing. DeCamillis' cross ice pass. Picked off. He'll pick up the loose puck. DeCamillis down and over the right wing to the far corner. Behind the net. Nickel picks up the loose puck. Plays it behind. Hunter back in behind the net. Colts played back to the near side. Hunter strips it. Throws it out front. Stick checked by the Colts goaltender. Sloan with a quick shot. Loose puck rolling. Fired by Savory. Sitting down in front. Colts cleared out of the way. Colts will pass that through their zone into the Flyers territory. Sloan back to pick it up. No look pass to nobody. Comes to the near corner for Savory. Savory plays it behind the net. Sloan up the boards. Colts keep it in. Loose puck. Gower backhands to the blue line, but not out. Colts dump it back in behind the Flyers net. Savory in the near corner. Around the boards to Hunter. He'll send that to the blue line, but not out. Shot on target. Dittman loves that one for the whistle. .5:24 to play in this third period. Flyers with a 5-1 lead. Andretti on the draw, one back by the Colts to the blue line. Misplayed, Gower pressuring. Colts have that go through their legs. Gower chasing both defensemen back into their own end. Colts lay that up to the Flyers blue line. Jeffrey Stedman off the near wing for Andretti. He sends that in over the blue line. Andretti at the half boards, takes it to the near corner. He gets hauled down. Colts up to the blue line. Lunny pressuring. Colts pick up the loose puck. Lunny swipes at it. Gets that to Andretti. Andretti back to Jeffrey Stedman. Cross to Felix on the open wing. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. Off the boards to Lunny at center, just out of his reach. Colts back at center ice. Good stick by Felix. Breaks it up. Andretti runs out of room. The Colts in over the Flyers blue line through the middle. Shot just over the net. Felix picks up the loose puck to Lunny at his blue line. Lunny in over the Colts end. Spinning. Tries to play it across. Lunny with the puck still off the boards to the near corner for Gower. Gower tried to play it out front. Picked off by the Colts. They'll bring that out. Cross center ice. Lunny intercepted it. Slowed them down a bit. Colts in over the left wing. Quick shot. That hit a stick. Drifts harmlessly to the near wing. Savory to Lunny. Lunny crosses ice at center, in over the right side. Lunny through traffic, cross to Kelly, just out of his reach. Colts with a bit of a slash there on Kelly, no call. Colts down the right side. Stopped there by Savory. Kelly and Savory battling at the half boards. Puck squirts out, Andretti pressuring. Colts play it across to the far side. 3:20 to go in the third period. Colts get center ice and dump it in behind the Flyers net. Savory in the near corner. To Kelly, to Andretti. Across to Telford. He'll get that up center ice and lift it into the Colts territory. Andretti behind the net. He gets hauled down. Loose puck out front. Cleared to the near boards. Savory on it. Colts touch it first for the whistle. And the Colts are going to the penalty box. 2 minutes for body contact. With 2:50 to play in the third period. Pretty sure that was a late change. Randall in for the faceoff. Run back by the Colts. Randall runs his man over. Puck settles down behind the net. Chipped to the near corner by the Colts. Randall pressuring. Gets it to Savory at the point. Savory steps around the attacker. Gets a shot off. Tipped in front. Just wide of the net. Camillus just overskated it. Colts on the puck. To the far corner of the half boards. Randall gets pumped. Loose puck in front. Randall settles that down. Gets it to DeCamillis. DeCamillis shovels it towards the net. Picked off by the Colts. They'll turn and fire that down the ice. Sloan back to collect it. He sends it behind the net to Savory. Savory back to Sloan. Sloan, DeCamillis at the half boards. DeCamillis steps around a couple. Exit the zone, gets it to Randall. Randall through center, in over the blue line. Randall back to Hunter. Hunter across to DeCamillis. DeCamillis using his body, gets it to Felix. Felix tried to send it to the corner, picked off by the Colts. They'll bring it down the left wing, in over the Flyers blue line. DeCamillis takes the man, loose puck, picked up by the Colts. They'll walk in with it. Backhander. And it was in. Colts with the shorthander. With 1:25 to go in the third period. Nickel on the draw, one back by the Colts. They'll bring it back in over the Flyers blue line. Felix gets the puck to the outside. Colts with possession in the corner. Felix and Nickel. Bit of a hook. Nickel gets it to the top of the face-off circle. Colts with the shot. Doesn't make it to the net. Lundy falling. Has time to spin around, pick it up the puck, and get the lead pass for Gower. Just off of his stick. And the Colts dump it back into the Flyers' territory. 55 seconds to go in the third period. Felix around the near wing. Back to 5-on-5. Colts pick up the puck. Centering pass. Stripped there by Lunny. Just in time. Lunny down the right wing. Through center in over the Colts blue line. Lunny through the middle shot. Saved there by the Colts goaltender. Flyers change their defense. Colts bring it up through center. Lunny on a good back check. Bumps his man. Gets the puck to Sloan on the far wing. To Nickel. Off the boards for Gower. He'll drag it out of the zone and get it to the center ice. Colts in over the blue line. Nickel pressuring. Kicks it. Colts keep it in the zone. Gower with a stick check. Right through Gower's legs. Chipped out of the zone. And that'll do it for the game. Final scores, Flyers 5, Colts 2.